Brisca Formula 2 stock car racing returns to the Adrian Flux Arena here in Kings Lynn, and a fine field of almost 60 cars are ready to go racing on the tricky quarter-mile Shale Oval. Some big names here tonight. We have a format of 2 heats and a consolation. First 12 go through from the 2 heats. Heat number 1 heading out onto track now. We're on board with Liam Bentham, the Lancashire driver, in car number 488. There are a total of 26 cars gridding up for this first heat of the day. Names to look out for in this one from further back on the grid among the higher graders include Andrew Palmer, a long-time Shale master, also Dave Massey likewise, James Rigall as well in 527, we can see him there, 618 of Ben Lockwood, 69 young gun Ben Chalkley as well, continuing his family's tradition of Brisca F2 stock car racing. Leading the field away, the white graders, Jess Ward, number 86 on pole, had a couple of wins on the tarmac recently at Skegness alongside John Thompson in car 701. We get underway. Oh, no, a tangle already. 584 Charlie Simon's gone, and the whole white grade is pretty much destructed there coming out of turn 4. They didn't even make it to the green flag except for John Thompson. He's wondering where everybody else has got to as they head round on the first lap. It's the freshly watered track that's caught the drivers out there, I think. There's more cars falling over each other as they come through turn 2 there. 156 Dan McVarish spun out there by the 49 car. That's Trevor Buckley. There's cars going everywhere in the early stages. They're struggling for grip on the wet shale caused by the early track watering. On board with Liam Bentham in 488. You can see how muddy the cars are already, showing how wet it is out there. 606 of Andrew Palmer. He masters these conditions very well indeed on every occasion. Puts the 233 car around there. That's Rob Aldridge into a marker tyre on the back straight. Well, John Thompson left with a clear lead because everybody behind him fell over each other on the first turn. One car goes walloping straight in there, 618, that is Ben Lockwood. The car rejoining. They're probably struggling to see where they're going because of the sun as well at turn 1. There's Lockwood, James Rigall ahead of him in 527. We've seen him take a few wins on the tarmac this season, and a tangle on the back straight there, somebody in the wall. One car pulling off to the inside. I'll try and identify that in a moment. I think it's the 795 of Jason Clowers. Rigall's taken sideways and Lockwood's gone as well. This car's spinning all over the place here. 427 David Burton goes in on that little group. 527 rejoins. Clouts the 992 car there of Harley Burns. There's more cars spinning out. Charlie Syme gets caught up with Burton. They've certainly gone for a Burton, haven't they, on turn 4. Is this a race or a spin competition? Anyone for donuts? Maybe after the race. Slip and slide their way around. Rigall's gone again at turn 2. Poor old James Rigall, and he's clouted by the 49 car of Trevor Buckley. Well, your leader is now, I think, Stephen Miller in car number 88 has taken over. Yeah, there's John Thompson, caught up with the 992 of Harley Burns, the former national mini-stock star, spins around. Already up at red top in his first season of Brisca F2, only 16 years of age. So John Thompson's dropped back a bit. Seen him racing Brisca F1 this year as well. The F1's also here at Kings Lynn today. Well, Stephen Miller, number 88, has the lead. There he is, the blue grader, one of our novice grade drivers behind him. You can see the black cross on the back of his car showing that he is a novice. 801 Jack Cave, Captain Caveman as he's known, under fire from Liam Bentham in the 488. There's spun cars littering the Adrian Flux Arena circuit at the moment. Stephen Miller in with a few back markers here. He's got himself caught up there and he's gone. Round goes Miller. He's caught up there with Rob Aldridge in the 233 rather, so the leader has gone. Now, who's leading this? I think it's Andrew Palmer, 606. We said he masters these conditions better than everyone else. Yes, it is Palmer. That's confirmed as your leader at half distance. So it's the 606 car, former multiple World of Shale champion. There he is through turn 4, the man from Peterborough. 577 spins. That's Jack Hughes that's gone. Track is drying out just a little now and the driver's able to cope a bit better. There's another proven mudlark, number 977. That's Dave Massey chasing 801 Jack Cave. Captain Caveman coming up on one of the white tops, number 47 of Greg McKenzie. He's running well. Dave Massey trying to move him aside. Jack Hughes stuck there on the inside of turn 4 against one of the marker tyres. Those big earth mover tyres, they don't tend to move if you hit them with your Brisca F2. Stranded cars everywhere. You can see how muddy it is. One of the drivers can see where they're going, not just because of the sun, but because of the amount of mud being thrown up into their crash helmet visors. 606 leads the way then. Andrew Palmer by a clear margin, by a very clear margin at the moment. I think he's the only driver that hasn't spun at some point in this race other than perhaps Dave Massey. Jack Cave up there as well in the 801 car. They chased down John Thompson, who's now been lapped after running strongly early on, the number 701. I think this is now the fight for second between Cave and Massey. It's tricky to tell, we've had so many spins in this race. Towards turns 1 and 2, well there's your leader. Andrew Palmer is about half a lap up on everybody else now. Totally dominating this first heat. Don't forget the first 12 finishers go through to the meeting final. The rest go in the Consolation. He's just lapped Harley Burns there, the race leader number 992. Jack Cave gets bumpered wide by 977 of Dave Massey. Looks like Dave is possibly now into second place. We'll confirm that shortly. Jack Cave under fire from Liam Bentham in the 488. 49 of Trevor Buckley behind them. Again, his career in the Bangers at Mildenhall Stadium. Couple of laps to go now for Palmer. He's away and gone. Coming up on Thompson, I noticed the Martini livery painted on his bonnet there. Very famous in motorsport, in Formula One and in rallying, of course, the Martini sponsorship. See the stripe, well, he would be able to see the Martini stripes on his bonnet if it wasn't covered in mud. Into the final lap then. This slip and slide brisca F2 heat number 1 here at the Adrian Flux Arena. It's going to be a win for the man in 606, the multiple World of Shale champion, the man from Peterborough, Andrew Palmer, into the final turn. He is coming in to take our first victory of this brisca F2 event. He wins heat number 1 by a very clear margin indeed. Confirm the rest of the finishers in a few moments' time. It looks like it could be Dave Massey in second place, but we'll confirm that officially. He was a long way back on Andrew Palmer there. 992 Harley Burns, 701 John Thompson, the early leading at home. I think they were a lap down in the end there. 59 of Lee Dimmick comes in. I remember watching Lee in the mini stocks when I was a youngster at Hensford Raceway many years ago on the tarmac when Lee first started his career. It's Andrew Palmer who takes the win, heads round on his lap of honour, checkered flag in hand. Taken so many wins on the shale over the years. He takes the win. Lee Dimmick, in fact, was in second, nearly 8 seconds down on Andrew Palmer. That's half a lap here at Kings Lynn. Dave Massey third, ahead of white grader Greg McKenzie. Good result for him. Fifth for Liam Bentham, ahead of Trevor Buckley, who was docked 2 places for jumping the start. And Richard Rayner, Jack Cave, Jordan Thackeray, and early leader John Thompson round out the top 10. Carl Pilkington and Harley Burns, the other qualifiers.
Heat 1 winner, 606 Andrew Palmer. That was a fairly chaotic start to the meeting.
Yeah, there's plenty of water on the track and cars all directions, so we had to just pick up moments and find our way through the traffic.
Yeah, it looked like everybody who got in the lead, John Thompson had it for a while, and nobody seemed to want to hang on to it though.
Like I say, the track had plenty of water on, and that was just causing carnage everywhere. So I just tried to keep myself sensible, pick my lines and my moments, and just take one lap at a time, and paid off.
It certainly did, because once you got to the front, you ended up half a lap in the lead. Second place was half a lap behind you.
It's hard. With it being so wet, the cars all look the same, all the same shade of brown, so I was trying to keep an eye on who was coming and try not to get too far ahead into the traffic, because you don't want to get involved in someone else's battles, and just keep your nose clean, and that's what we did.
Well, congratulations and thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
The other half of the entry on track then for heat number 2. The first 12 finishes again to qualify. 29 cars on track this time. The world champion is out there, number 7 Gordon Moody from Scotland. Dave Polly in number 38 will be one to watch. He's won a final at Kings Lynn already this year. Also out there is the leading lady of brisca F2, Courtney Finnegan, number 55, and the European champion just going by there, number 788 Stephen Mallinson, plus last year's novice of the year, 183 Charlie Ginshard. There's some of the names to look out for in this one. Track has been watered again, but not quite as damp as it was earlier on. Here we go then with heat number 2. 16 laps gets underway. The white graders don't fall over each other this time, fortunately, but one blue grader's gone. Mark Gibbs has been spun out already. On board with Tony Blackburn in 225, not of radio fame, and he's going to be spun out there by 995 of Michael Lund. There's Gordon Moody with the gold roof, the multiple world and national points champion, winner of many other titles as well. He's won just about every honour available to him, Gordon, in brisca F2. His big rival Dave Polly, number 38, behind him. Slide their way through. Very smart car there of Jamie Lane round the wall, number 941. There's Courtney Finnegan, number 55. We'll see her uncle Craig Finnegan in the brisca F1s. We'll see a glimpse of the F1s later on as well. A couple of white graders tangled up there. Kai Lindsay spinning out the number 971 car. That's A.D. Moden. It is Kai Lindsay who has got the lead in the early stages here, number 374. There's Polly, number 38, the car liveried like Cole Trickle's car in Days of Thunder. There's a tangle, that was one of the white graders, didn't quite see who, and the 788 car of Stephen Mallinson. I think that's Danny Parker that he's tangled up with there. Kai Lindsay, number 374, has the lead, former national mini stocks man. By a clear margin at the moment, escaping at the front here, coming up on 543, already to lap. That's a 543 car, that's Connor Blake going a lap down. This is an impressive run by Kai Lindsay in the early stages here. Attack there, that's Courtney Finnegan on the back of the 818 car of Richard Howarth, the ex-Rebels racer. We've seen him have a go in Brisca F1 in the last couple of years as well. 578 Mark Gibbs, Gibbo has rejoined, he's under fire from 183, that's Charlie Ginchard, novice of the year last year. Scoreboard confirms in the background, it's Kai Lindsay leading, number 209 is in second, that's Kevin Cope. Two white graders up front at the moment, but Kai Lindsay leading by a handsome margin as we come towards half distance in this heat number 2 for the Brisca Formula 2s here at the Adrian Flux Arena. Start pulling off to the centre there. See a much more fast pace being set this time. It's not as slippery as it was in heat 1. 124 there, Ollie Skeels putting the 724 under pressure. 724 being Tom Pell. We lose Kev Cope, he was second in a tangle there on turn 1. 209 has gone, an even bigger lead now for Kai Lindsay in car number 374, riding with Tony Blackburn once again. He's got Gordon Moody behind him, and Moody's got some damage there, I notice. You can see the tyre rubbing against the Nerf rail on the side of the car, so that's slowing Gordon down. He's taken a hit somewhere. Now that might hinder his chances of getting into that top 12 and qualifying for the final. He may have to go in the Consolation. 38 Dave Polly battling with Michael Lund in 995. Trying to close in on the 374 of Kai Lindsay, your clear leader. It's the battle further down the top 10. Looks like it's possibly Aaron Patch, number 188, in second place. This battle further back, then Courtney Finnegan and 578 Mark Gibbs. He spun before the race even got underway. In goes the bumper from Dave Polly. Now Dave is the son of one of the greatest hot rod racers of all time, the great George Polly. Had a brief go in hot rods himself, Dave, but he likes a bit of bumper, does Dave Polly. Likes to put the bumper in, so he enjoys his Brisca F2. He's been national points champion in the past. He once, on the way to that national points championship, he raced in 100 meetings in a single year. I'd hate to see his diesel bill after all that. 374 of Kai Lindsay being reeled in now by the 188 of Aaron Patch. There's a car stuck though on turn 2, and the yellow flags come out. I'll identify that car in a moment, stuck across turn 2. It's a yellow top, I can tell you that. So the race brought to a halt, and Kai Lindsay will be gutted to see those yellow flags because he had that race in the bag. A bit of debris there on track as well at turn 1. 209 on the outside, it's 715, that's Scott Aldridge that's stuck there. There is Kai Lindsay, a doubtlessly rather annoyed Kai Lindsay. Certainly frustrated, he was away and clear in that one. Aaron Patch going round to the back, so he was a lap down in fact, so Kai Lindsay was leading by even more than I thought there. We await the restart. There's Gordon Moody. He's quite a way back in the order with that bit of damage. We see again what happened to Scott Aldridge. Spun out by Stephen Mallinson and collected by a couple of cars on the outside. He couldn't get the car started, so the yellow flag had to come out. Single file restart then. We're on lap 10. And your leader is Kai Lindsay, but his lead margin has been eradicated. He's got 103 Jack Issett on his tail now in second place. Behind them, 124 of Ollie Skeels. Then we've got 921 there. That's Jack Aldridge. That's your top 4 at the moment. Issett family well represented. Pat Issett out in this meeting as well, but he was an early retirement in this heat, so he'll have to go in the Consolation. Already a bit of push and shove here, and Ollie Skeels making a quick restart here. Round the outside, he goes right the way round. Jackie sitting 103 up into second place. Ollie Skeels in the 124. He's going to try and challenge for the lead here through turns 1 and 2. A bit more water has gone down by the look of it during the stoppage from the sprayer. Looking back from Tony Blackburn, he's got Michael Lund behind him in the 995 car. Slide their way through turns 3 and 4. 4 wide there in the pack. This is looking good. Starting to liven up now. Here comes the 921 of Jack Aldridge. He's won titles in Brisca F2 and in Bangor Racing in the past, who's very successful in the national mini stocks as well. And in goes the bumper. Here comes Dave Polly up the inside there, attacking Ollie Skills. He's up to third now. Dave's the one to watch here. He's won a final, as we mentioned, this season already here on the Adrian Flux Arena Shale, and he's going for a heat win here in this heat number 2. A tangle there in the back, one of the yellow graders spun out there. Polly's up to second. He's got past Jack Aldridge, now going for Kai Lindsay. Can Kai hang on here for a race win that he thought was in the bag until the yellows came out? Here comes Dave Polly in the 38, aka Cole Trickle. He's going through on the inside. He's got him coming out of turn 2. Lindsay ran wide into the wall, and through goes Polly, through goes Jack Aldridge, through goes Ollie Skeels. Kai Lindsay is dropping back in the 374. Couple of laps to go then for Dave Polly. See the mellow yellow style livery from Days of Thunder on his car under 374. Kai Lindsay makes a mistake through turn 2. He's dropped back. He should still get in the final, I think. Top 12 to go through. We're into the last lap now. Bit of debris there on turn 4. It looks like it is going to be a win for the man from Cambridgeshire, number 38, Dave Polly, from one of oval racing's great, all-time greatest families. He's coming through to take the win in heat number 2. Polly takes the checkered flag. Clear of, in second place, Jack Aldridge in 9:21. Ollie Skeels third, ahead of Jack Issett. Looks like Charlie Ginchard came through for 5th to confirm the rest of the places in a moment. Gordon Moody comes home. He may have missed out on the final there. We'll wait and confirm that. Polly the winner in car number 38. See Moody there with both rear tyres smoking, so he's taken some hits in both sides there. Dave Polly heads around, checkered flag in hand there. You can see the Cole Trickle Days of Thunder livery on his F2. Winner by 1.3 seconds ahead of Jack Aldridge, with Skeels third, ahead of Jack Issett, Charlie Ginchard. Jason Cooper, the former Superstock star, in 6th. Kai Lindsay, the long-time leader, unlucky for him, down in 7th place. He does get in the final ahead of Tom Pell, Courtney Finnegan and Stephen Mallinson. The other qualifiers, Harley Thakra and Connor Blake. Gordon Moody missed out in 13th.
Heat 2 winner, 38, Dave Polly. Well, what can we say? The yellow flag helped you a little bit in that one.
Yeah, I think we needed the yellow flag there. I don't think I would have made it to the front without it, but that's a good thing about stock car racing. There's often a crash to help you out.
And if there isn't a crash, you're the man that will make a crash.
So I'm told. I don't like to boast about these things, but no, we enjoy using the bumper, we'll say that.
And you're getting the car dialed in more and more now. It was looking smooth in that one.
Yeah, it felt really good in that one. Last week it was good, but not quite where we want it to be, but it's closer now.
Well, thank you very much, and we'll see how you get on later on.
Thank you.
Time for the Consolation then. These are the drivers who didn't get in the top 12 in the heats. We've got 28 cars out there. Gordon Moody should start as favourite here. Also out there we've got the likes of Ben Lockwood, Ben Chalkley. And the big names to look out for, Richard Howarth. Mark Gibbs might have a chance here as well in 578, but it's 584 Charlie Syme, 86 Jess Ward on the front row of the grid. They tangled right at the start of heat 1, of course. Danny Parker behind them, and the 43 in behind them is Marcus Gilbert. We're underway with the Consolation. Another 12 places on the final grid up for grabs. Here we go into turn 1. The track has been watered again. Round turns 1 and 2. Charlie Syme, the early leader. Wallop straight in goes a 94 car there of Nick Sculthorpe. We've got a spinner. James Rigall has gone in 527. 142 has spun as well. And Moody caught up with Ben Lockwood. That's Gordon Moody in trouble. Now, he's stuck there, he's tangled, you can see there, with Ben Lockwood. They're trying to free themselves. The 142 of Jonathan Hadfield has spun as well. Charlie Syme's been deposited into a parked car there. Moody's a lap down, as is Lockwood, so 2 of the favourites gone. 43 has got the lead. That is Marcus Gilbert. But the big story of that race, could Gordon Moody be about to miss out on the final? He's stuck there on turn 2. Michael Lund on the attack on the back of young Ben Chalkley in the 69, getting past Danny Parker in 638. There's James Rigall in 527, another name to watch in this one. Ben Lockwood's got going again. They're just ahead of Richard Howarth in the 818. But the back end of the field got into quite a tangle there. There's Moody, and he's throwing that car around in frustration. He's angry, the Scotsman here. He's pushing white graders around. 795 gets taken wide there. Jason Clow didn't get far in his heat. Will he get through in the Consolation? Moody frantically trying to make his recovery drive. Marcus Gilbert, number 43, has the lead ahead of the 188 of Aaron Patch in second. Jack Issett, Pat Issett rather, 113 is in third place. They head down the back straight, lapping the 971. That's A.D. Moden. 323 is in there as well. 142 Jonathan Hadfield. They're all being lapped. 323 Alex Potts. He's one of our novices. learning his craft in brisca F2. You can start at novice grade for your first 3 meetings. 995, that's Michael Lund. He could be one of the favourites to qualify. There's Gibbo, 578 Mark Gibbs. Primarily a tarmac racer over the last few years, trying the shale this year. Spinner on the back straight there, another tangle there. 414 has gone. That is one of the Rayner family. That's Josh Rayner in 414. They graduated from Bangers into brisca F2, as has Rob Aldridge, among others, here at Kings Lynn. Somebody getting walloped straight in. That was Danny Parker. Gordon Moody putting the bumper in again. Jamie Lane goes spinning there. We got a glimpse of onto the infield. Alex Potts being hit from every side in 3-2-3. 43 Marcus Gilbert continues to lead the way. Jamie Lane rejoins from the infield. There's Tony Blackburn 225, and more cars getting caught up. That's the 94 of Sculthorpe, and somebody else. There's more cars piling in on the outside of turn 1. There's 4 or 5 cars in that little car park. We may go yellow flags here just to check on the drivers. The race continues for the moment. Who's in there? Danny Parker's in there. 323 Alex Potts as well. Now the yellow flag does come out. So the caution out. That'll frustrate Marcus Gilbert, who got away in the lead. He's now got Aaron Patch on his bumper for the restart. Danny Parker's car needing to be moved there. I believe she's the daughter of Justin Parker, who used to race number 630. So there is the lead battle. 43, famous number in slightly bigger oval racing, of course. Number of Richard Petty in NASCAR, but it's Marcus Gilbert today. 188 Aaron Patch in second, and 113 Pattis in third. Seen Jackie sit out earlier on. He's already in the final, I believe. Yes, he got 4th in Heat 2. And Pat join him here. Next in the order there, it looks like 597, which is Barry Clout. I've seen Jason drop out already. Getting ready for a restart. Tony Blackburn's in a qualifying position, so is Michael Lund. Gordon Moody, though, is a lap down in number 7. He could miss out on the final. He's got to rely on attrition here, I think. Those up in front of him taking each other out. Needs some luck here, the Scots. Marcus Gilbert leads them off, and already a couple of cars go out wide into the wall on turn 4 there. First 3 have broken away as a result of that. Aaron Patch second. Pattis at 113. Is in 3rd place. Down the back straight go the leaders. Pattisip has a look as they come through 3 and 4. It's still Marcus Gilbert looking good here, the white grader. He survived the restart. Somebody has hit problems. I think that's Jess Ward about to go a lap down. The leader's gone too wide. He's hit the wall coming through turns 1 and 2. I think he was distracted by the back marker there. Aaron Patch is going to take the lead in car number 188. They're still behind Jess Ward in 86 there. Had a couple of wins at Skegness recently, a couple of cars off on the inside of turn 4. Here comes Pattis, he's attacking for the lead through turns 1 and 2, takes Patch wide, takes the lead, coming through 1 and 2. Another little contretemps there. Stefan Miller and the 577 of Jack Hughes getting caught up. They survive that. Aaron Patch attacks to try and get the lead back again. It's really kicked off on this restart at the front of the field. The 149 car of Reese Cox under fire from 995 of Michael Lund. It's getting lively here, to say the least. Where was Barry Clow going there? Went across the track as he avoided a back mark. Here comes Aaron Patch lunging in like it's the last bend. There's still 4 laps to go, yet they're going to tangle up. And 43 Marcus Gilbert says, thanks very much, I'll take the lead back again if you're going to take each other out. Goodness me. What was all that about? Aaron Patch lunging in like it was the last bend of a title race. And I think he's clobbered himself there and taken Pattis out. No, Patch is still there. He's still going. He sits a little further back. So now your leader is Gilbert. It's Tony Blackburn up to second in 225. 3 laps to go. Gordon Moody behind them. He is still a lap down. Down the back straight, Tony Blackburn chasing down our race leader. He can set victory here. He attacks now. He lunges in on Gilbert, takes them both out into the wall. Goodness gracious, what is going on out there? It's as if nobody wants to win this consolation race. They're all taking each other out. So who's leading the race now? We'll try and pick up, I think it's Aaron Patch again in the 188 car. Yes, there he is, just in the foreground. It's 188 of Aaron Patch, who has got the lead back again. Moody's unlapped himself, but he's... I wonder if they think Moody's leading this. Another car gets walloped straight in. That's Jess Ward in the 86. Goodness me, this is really a last chance race now. We're on the last lap of it. It's going to be number 188 Aaron Patch who takes the win. What a chaotic race this was. Aaron Patch has survived it all, takes the win, and I've no idea who's going to place elsewhere. I think it might be James Rigall in second. Could be Michael Lund in 995, could be Ben Lockwood in 618. No, he was held up at the start of the race. I've completely lost track of the rest of the field in that one. We know Aaron Patch has won it. Bear with me and we'll confirm the results in a moment. What a chaotic Consolation race that was. Hard-hitting brisca F2 racing at its very best. It seemed like nobody wanted to win that race. They kept taking each other out of the lead like it was the world final. Aaron Patch, the yellow grader, trophy and checkered flag literally in hand as he heads round on his victory lap. And we will confirm the results then of the Consolation event. Aaron Patch the winner by 1.5 seconds. Michael Lund second ahead of James Rigall. Pat Isid took fourth. Nice recovery from him ahead of Rhys Cox. Then Tony Blackburn recovering for sixth ahead of Jamie Lane, Mark Gibbs, Jonathan Hadfield and Danny McBarish. The other qualifiers for the final, Richard Howarth and Charlie Syme. Gordon Moody only 15th. He misses out.
Consolation winner, 188 Aaron Patch. I believe you didn't think you'd won that.
No, not at all. I thought after them yellows, I seen Gordon in my mirror. I knew he was 5th or 6th. Well, I thought he was, and I knew he were coming, and he did. And then I think 2 to go. He swapped the boards around. I didn't see either of them, so just kept going and didn't have a clue.
Yeah, what you didn't see was early on, Gordon actually tangled up, so he was a lap down.
Right. Well, I tangled up quite a lot as well. I must have just got going a bit faster than him again.
Well, that's the thing with Kings Lynn though, the Consolations are usually pretty hectic, just keep going.
They're normally busy, they're normally hardest race of the night. Well, we've done it from white, now we've done it from yellow, so consolation or no consolation, mega.
A race win is a race win, now you've got to go and do it again in the final.
I know. We'll try, we'll certainly try.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well, a superb, hard-hitting meeting so far for the brisca Formula 2 stock cars here at the Adrian Flux Arena. Final and Grand National still to come. We'll see a bit of brisca Formula 1 stock car action as well. That's all coming up after this short break. Don't go anywhere, more stock cars coming up shortly.